I didn't know what I was going to do after college. 2 years before, I had done an internship with a congressman. I guess I'd go to D.C., take the LSAT, and become a lawyer. That's when I stumbled into a job at Common Cause, a nonprofit grassroots lobbying organization. I kept tabs on proposed bills, committee hearings, and votes. Our number one issue at the time was campaign finance reform. And twice a week, the office would fill up with retired volunteers, college interns, and staff. On a phone bank day, we would sit together at long tables, calling our members across the country to inform them of important legislation pending and what they could do to help. The interns probably learned more from those retirees than their formal job duties. We'd ring a bell when we reached milestones. 100 people pledging action, 150, 200. I would get chills each time. And every Thursday afternoon, I remember waiting for that candy tray to come around the office. We also offered a lot of important research. In advance of a vote on gun control, for example, I recall the tedium of spending hours at the Federal Election Commission making copies of campaign donation reports. And no matter how many calls we generated or letters written, there was simply no way to combat the influence of the National Rifle Association. But still, I could see the influence of the reports we issued and the media attention they garnered. I started asking myself what I really cared about. Where was my passion? Looking back, I realized I had always volunteered, even since high school. I had worked at the Blind Children's Center and tutored kids. And in college, I volunteered every Saturday morning, mentoring a little boy named Frankie, who I still think about often. I was helping him get excited about his educational prospects. It seemed that I was always coming back to trying to level the playing field. Now, as I train the next generation of researchers and educational leaders here at USC, I hearken back to my DC days. I don't want to come across as Pollyanna. I'm a researcher who wants to understand the role of civic voice in public education and policy. The relationships I formed with wiser, older volunteers guide my approach to mentoring, and sometimes that means celebrating small wins and passing around a tray of candy.